In a world where curiosity is everything, one monkey stood alone. Curious George, Tadpole trouble.
Hey y'all, it's Rex here. I'm just out here in the woods, having a good time, reading my Curious George book. This is the storybook collection, so there's more than one story in this book. And the story that I like the best is Tadpole Trouble. Let's watch as the story Tadpole Trouble comes to life. George was exploring a lake with his friend Bill. George was a good explorer and always very curious. He was especially curious about tadpoles. Bill told George he could be in charge of the tadpoles they found. George took tadpole watching very seriously. He watched them swim in a glass bowl. He fed them boiled lettuce. He took them for a swim in the lake. At the time, it seemed like good exercise for the tadpoles. When the tadpoles did not come back, George started to worry. What would Bill say? He had to find them. George spent hours at the lake. He found turtles, water beetles, and minnows, but no tadpoles. Every time George would visit the lake, he would look for the tadpoles. Several weeks went by. Finally, he found something that looked like a tadpole, but it had legs and almost no tail. George let it go. Bill would be very disappointed if George had lost all the tadpoles. George walked around until finally he found himself in front of a museum. He saw a butterfly that reminded him of being at the lake. He followed that butterfly. The museum taught George all about how a frog becomes a frog. From eggs into tadpoles and finally into a frog. George was so excited. The creatures with legs were indeed tadpoles too. As soon as George got back to the lake, he looked for his missing friends, especially the ones with little legs and almost no tails. But they were not there either. This time George could only find frogs. Lots of frogs. What a good idea, George, Bill said, seeing the empty jar. You decided to release the tadpoles into their natural habitat so we could watch them grow into frogs. You're not only curious, you're smart too. Bill said, let's take a picture of you and the frogs together, George. It's like a frog party.
Americano. Americano.
Boy, it's good.
What a good day George had. You all come back soon for a new story.
I've got plenty of stories in this book. Bye-bye.